Hey YouTube, coming at you today with a little update on the shrimp tank. I guess I wasn't wrong when I thought that red fire female was buried. I have tiny little red shrimp all over the tank. I'm not sure my camera is going to be functional enough to really show you, but I'm going to let it run a while and maybe we'll get some footage that shows these shrimp. here without spooking them. Now I know Luke has said very clearly that he does not believe that shrimp are safe with assassin snails. But if I'm careful and take my time and watch them while they're eating, I can count all 12 of my shrimp that I got from Lucas. And they are actually doing pretty well with the 7 or 8 assassin snails that are in this tank. Now I'm getting some brown diatom algae on the front of my tank, which is causing some issues with the filming, but I'm not going to mess with it because I think it will feed the snails and the shrimp both. And I have been feeding them pretty generally the same thing that Lucas uses, the tetra granules, color granules, and they seem to love it. But I've also supplemented it with some the last Repashy mix. I mix Repashy in enough to fill an emptied blister pack that you get of frozen brine shrimp or frozen Daphenia, and I push the little pockets back out fully, and I mix the Repashy, and I scrape it across the top of the whole package and fill each of those back up and then put it in the freezer. And the last Repashy that I mixed, which I'm still working on, was Soylent Green, and these shrimp seem to love it. And I've actually put 2 cubes in here at different times, and it's taken them about 3 days to consume them all. So the snails help them, so I think that's a good thing. And you know, I'm overfeeding a little bit. My water quality is staying perfect. My TDS is still a little bit low. I'm slowly adding, let's see, I'm using aqua vitro carbonate and a thing of B shrimp mineral GH that I got from Luke. It's pretty much solidified, but I've been scraping it out of there. And they seem to be doing just fine. I was a little bit nervous about keeping these shrimp. I've never kept shrimp before, and I've heard how sensitive they are to everything. And I let my tank go for 2 months set up before I added them. But as far as I can tell, they're doing really well. And now I know that the fire red female that Lucas sent me did not drop her eggs. They are actually swimming around in the tank. They're very, very tiny, but I just saw one and they're really red. I was surprised at how red that shrimplet was. I don't know if we're going to see many of them. I apologize for my camera quality. It's just not very good at focusing on tiny things inside of a tank. It wants to focus on the glass or something on the glass instead of focusing on the tank itself. My scud bucket that I also got from Lucas, I got a scud culture, is beginning to grow. I've been feeding it vegetable shavings of carrots and pieces of tomato and whatever's left over from the veggies fixing dinner. I just throw a little bit of it in the tank, and I'm starting to see scuds all around the edge of the bucket. They stand on the edge. I can't I put a big piece of foam that has holes cut in it that came with a fruit order from Florida, and the holes were meant to hold the my wife orders some kind of strange oranges that she loves from Florida every year during the winter, and the box came with the foam in it. I was kind of concerned that it might have some kind of insecticide on it, but I tried it for a while and with a test snail and got no bad results, so I went ahead and put my scuds in. And I was kind of concerned because I didn't see any for a long time, but now I'm starting to see them. They're so thick that they're collecting on the sides of the bucket. I guess maybe there's some algae growing there, and they're working on that too. And I also noticed, as a side benefit, I've got a huge population of Daphenia growing in this bucket. So when Lucas has his scud tank, he's got Daphenia also in it, and I'm assuming that I got a good dose of them at the same time. I don't see any of the little tiniest ones out and about right now, but I know they're in there now. I have seen several of them. So one, my fire red, I'm assuming it's a fire red female. I know I got the Skittles mix, so it was a mixture of different kinds of shrimp, which is basically what I wanted. My wife wants some reds and some blues, and I figured I'd get the Skittle mix and we'd see. Her 75, we're probably still 2-3 months away from really starting to set it up. I'm hoping in the springtime to get to go up to meet Lucas and walk my wife through his fish room so that she can pick out what she wants. And then Lucas and I'll fight over whether he's going to sell it to us or not. I especially wanted to look at plants because I know Lucas is very good with his plants. I think he's forgotten more than most of us know, but I think she's a botanist and she knows plants inside and out, but she doesn't know aquarium plants inside and out. And so I'm hoping that her getting to spend a little time with Lucas looking at the plants in his tanks and talking to him will help her finalize her decisions about what kind of, there's one of the little ones in the moss. I'm probably sure that you guys can't see it, but maybe on full screen you'd be able to see it. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys an update, and I'm really happy. I've got baby shrimplets in my tank. When I was afraid they had dropped and I was dropped their eggs and was worrying about them being able to actually have shrimplets in this tank. But lo and behold, they have them. Good luck, YouTube.